I think we are live. All right. Are we on? Are we on, guys? Let me check on the video here. Let's see. Live control room. Yeah, let's do this. It says that it's streaming. 5 seconds into the stream. Where's the chat room? Open chat in new window. Open live. Open in live new window. Let's see. Oh, we on? All right, I can see you guys now. Hey guys, so I thought I know I said yesterday that I was gonna make a video and I was gonna choose the winner for those batteries that I'm giving away, right? And so, well, if you've seen today's video, then you know why I haven't had any time to make a video, because I've been busy all day. There's been a ton of you guys that have been buying batteries, and I've been helping a bunch of you guys, you know, work out how many batteries you should buy. I've been orchestrating this like group buy so that people that want buy like large number of cells, you know, and then we can do it outside of eBay because it, you know, eBay charges a bunch of like fees and stuff. So then if you're buying like a large group or whatever, then we can do it outside. Then that saves money, and then they can give you the cells a little bit cheaper, right? And that's what the seller has been doing. Which, by the way, the seller's Tom is, you know, a great guy. He's doing this. He's had a busy day today. He told me that I think we sold like over 30,000 cells today. Right, so I don't know, almost probably almost like 1,000 of those little packs, the hoverboard packs and stuff. Have you guys? Did any of you guys bought any? I don't see it here in the comments. And I will address the fact that I know there's a lot of you guys that are outside of the States, right? So there's a lot of people here from Saudi Arabia, right? There's AKA 50, right? He's from Saudi Arabia. Who else did I saw here? Dubai, Boulder, Colorado, Oregon. So this all, you know, San Antonio, Mexico. Mike Stram is from Mexico. What happened to the Bendy Pod? Cabrera Photography Films. We're shipping those. I have a bunch of them there that I just have to slap the labels and get them out. I was working on those yesterday. So they're coming out. I just, you know, I'm not as quick as I'm able to, as I hope to do it. Who else here? Yeah, so there's a bunch of people from all over the world, and I know that you guys have had trouble even contacting him, and so we're gonna have to figure out how to do it, because there's plenty of these batteries, and there's plenty of you guys that want some of those. And so, yeah, Oklahoma, Austin, Texas. I got finals tomorrow. So yeah, any of you guys buy any of the batteries today? There's been a lot of people. I've been getting a lot of people to get there and fix them. We need to find homes. We have to find new homes for these batteries. And so, yeah, Seattle's in the house. A lot of people from the UK. Yes, I've been hearing from you guys in the UK telling me that you guys want to get batteries. Are you still working with EV West? Yes. It's just I'm going less often over there, right? They're far from me. They're about 100 miles away from me, so it's hard to go down there, you know, every week. But I'm gonna try and let's make it down there like once a week or whatever. They have way too many cool projects over there, and yeah, that's what we want to do. Oh, what's that noise? Nebraska, San Diego. Hey, wait a minute, Christopher Spicer. I know that guy. Hey, Chris, how's it going? I bought 20 packs. Look at that. Mildwood Road, 20 packs. What are you gonna do with your packs, Mike? No, Mildwood. Sorry, Definitely bought a pack. That was at 18650 in car audio application, charging them from the car alternator. Yeah, it's doable, but you'll need a special charger, right? So Michigan, Texas. I plan to buy 100 of those packs. All right. Here's a big fish right here. All right. Let me adjust the thing here a little bit more. So, working on some electric skateboards plus YouTube tonight. Kevin Diaz. All right. Skateboards. Yeah, I actually need to finish my skateboard. It didn't work out too well with the equipment that I have, with the little controller that I have. It just sucks, right? So I got to get a better one. Hello from California, Sacramento. Battery wall. I want to build one. Daniel, hey, let's do it. I think a lot of these people here are building walls, and there's plenty of batteries now to go around. That was a hurdle, but as it seems, as of this week, that's no longer a problem. There's plenty of batteries. I have several sources, and even after these battery cells, there's gonna be more batteries. This guy's telling me, right? Tom is telling me. Look at that, Michigan 18650 Powerwall. I bought 2 of the 36 volt packs. All right. I really hope they are 20 amp max, because I will need a pack that can do 600 amps. Wow, 600 amps. What are you doing on that? Oh, for an e-bike probably, right? I see like a kind of an e-bike on your thing. Yeah, that's asking a lot from cells, but yeah, hopefully they'll do it. I haven't got my hands on one, so I don't know if, you know, I don't know what they're going to perform. I'll test them. Eastvale, California. I offered you a couple of packs so you can start reviewing it. What? No, your business? Huh. I wonder, what are you talking about? These ones that we're selling here? So the seller's sending me some, right? And I think I'm going to get them Thursday, I think he said. Or so then I'll start playing with them and see what they actually do. I hope he sent me some of the Samsung things. I didn't realize that he had Samsung cells too, right? So he only had the LG things when I posted the thing up. And to tell you the truth, I guess I didn't do that good of research on these things. I didn't even know they were from those hoverboards. Had I known they were from the hoverboard things, then I would have mentioned that, you know, to really think about, before you go ahead and say, yeah, we're going to use them the way they are and use them with the BMS, to think about the reason why we have these cells is because of that BMS, right? The reason why is because these cells were starting to blow up, and the cells don't blow up on their own. It's most likely due to that faulty BMS. And so then that whole market just crashed, and whoever just had built, they were building these things like crazy. It was like a craze here, right? And so as that market crashed, then all of a sudden they have a warehouse full of batteries. They're brand new, and they don't know what to do with them because they can't sell those hoverboard things, right? And so it might be thanks to that BMS board that's on there. So, I mean, even without being able to use that BMS board, it's a good price for good quality cells. They're power cells, so yeah, they don't have a lot of capacity, right? They're like 2200 milliamp hours. Let's see. How many 1860s for a 50 kilowatt power wall? Well, these 22. Divide. So these cells, the 2200 milliamp hour cells that we're selling here, that he's selling, that are available right now, they're 8.1 watt hours. So divide whatever kilowatt hours by 8.1 and you should have your number, right? In this case, 50 kilowatt hours. Divide 50,000 into 8.1, and then by 8.1, and then you should have your cells. And it's going to be, I don't know, it's going to be a few thousand cells, right? I did that calculation many times today, but I don't have it on the top of my head. I know someone that is going to buy 75 kilowatt hours of these batteries, right? And it's like almost 500 of those bricks. So I worked out that number a little bit different. I didn't go cell level. I just went for packs or whatever. I have Toyota Hybrid. I want to build a trailer with 80 kilowatts in tow. Totally doable, Paul Curtis. Totally doable. Let's do it. Down Under, off-grid Aussie prepper. Look at that. Oh yeah, by the way, there's a few Australians that want to get their hands on some of these batteries. I'm going to ask Peter, maybe he's up to the task of, being the hub down there. Because the problem is, I think, shipping batteries internationally is that it costs a ton of money. They have to be packaged a very specific way, right? So we can't just throw them in a box and send them. I mean, we can, but if you get caught, then there's trouble, right? And so, do one package here, one package, there's no big deal. But if you're going to be doing like a ton of these batteries, you don't want to do it. And so I think that's why the seller doesn't want to deal with it. But I think it's worth it if we're going to be shipping, like 2 pallets or something, and then someone over there can just start selling them over there. Or even if you buy it here and then you just distribute it. Because once it's in the, right, as I understand it, once it's in Europe, then you can ship no problem. And so I think we just need to look for someone in Europe that is willing to, to receive a pallet of batteries and then start selling them. And, someone has got to be willing to step up and work for it, right? Let's see here. Canada. Oh, AKA 50. Thank you for the $5. I appreciate that. Let's see. How am I doing here? I can deliver you one tomorrow. Oh, Nonof Yobines? Really? Are you local here? Let's see. What's tomorrow? Can I do it tomorrow? Yeah, let's do it. I don't have very defined plans for tomorrow other than make videos and just trying to get caught up with all the work that I'm behind. Yeah. Let's I bought something. That's right, BC Canada. Converting gas smart. These batteries would have been perfect, way cheaper. I avoided the LGs. You couldn't even see the brand. The Samsung ones are clearly marked. Yeah, no, the LGs you could see the name, and they are kind of obscure. I did check to see to look for the spec sheet. And I found several spec sheets, and there were conflicting ones, right? Because sometimes, I mean, I couldn't find one spec sheet that I was convinced it was the right specs. So they're LG cells, but it's one of the weirder, or it's either like it's an old battery that wasn't used very much or something. And I know the F22, the Samsung, whatever, 18, right? NCR, or is it NCR? No, it's not NCR, ICR. That's a much more common cell, and the spec is more widely available. I didn't pull it up today to see what it is, but yeah, I don't know. I think maybe the Samsung cells might be a better bet right now. And I don't know. I didn't ask Tom today if he had like the same amount of the 2 cells or whatever, but I mean, we've sold about 30,000 cells, about 1,000 of those, no, more than 1,000 of those packs. But I think it was the LG ones, right? So let's see. CR80 motorcycle build, 20S and 30P controller is 600 amps. DC capable. I will use my own BMS. All right, 20S, which is cool because these are coming in 10S. So all you have to do is but you have to remove that BMS board. That BMS board, it seems on face value, it seems like it's a great thing, and I hope it is. I hope it's not weird. But now people are saying that maybe you can't connect them in series because then the BMS board gives you trouble. I don't know. I would never had good experience with BMS boards, right? In the past, I'm hoping this time is different. We'll have to see, right? And so we're gonna start playing with those. as soon as they get here. I hope I'm proven wrong. I'm hoping that my bias against BMS boards, it's wrong. And all you guys are getting these little packs that are great cells that are already assembled. And you have to get the little connectors, connect them, and then you're ready to go. How many cells in each pack? That's 20 cells, right? 10S, 2P, 10 kilowatt for a sailboat? Yeah, why not? Except sailboats. Sailboats are weird, man. They require a lot, they burn through a lot of power. Because that, you know, it's that water thing. All right, Chris, thank you for the $5. Where do you get them at? Wait, what? Go to my last video that in my channel. There's links there. There's some guy on eBay selling them. Are you still using that Pro lens in your camera right now? It is. Yeah, I'm. It's actually really dark in this room, and so this is the only way that I can get this much light in my face, right? So if I had a regular lens, it would probably look something like this. But then I open up this lens, but it's you know, so it's weird because I have to like, yeah, there we go. Yeah, I gotta do a review of those lenses. Those guys were nice enough to give me some, and now they're, you know, they're expecting a review, and I haven't had time. I just got so many projects, and I'm so behind. But this battery thing came out here, and I had to jump on it. I mean, they you know, there's so many people that are asking me about batteries every day, that whenever something like this comes along, you just gotta do it. Gotta find homes for all those batteries. The Samsung cells are 10 amp continuous discharge max per data sheet from Samsung. All right. Yeah, so I mean, if the manufacturers, I mean, if these people that were making this hoverboards, you know, they spec'd out a 10 amp continuous cell, and from Samsung, they most likely are gonna spec the same battery from LG, and so they're interchangeable. Just, you know, whenever Samsung couldn't deliver, then they just got it from two sources are usually better than one. So pretty sure those LG batteries are going to perform pretty similarly to the Samsung, yeah, to the Samsung ones, right? And yeah, I mean, I've never really heard bad things about the LG cells. I think they're pretty good. So here we go. Is it tags in this? What? No, you gotta go into my last video. I didn't put them in here because I should have put it in here, but I don't know. How do you do this? Let's see. Can you do that? So let me just go. I have a bunch of. Oh, this one's over here too. Let's see. Yeah, I'll post it right here, so that anyone that doesn't know what it is, they can get to it. And look at that, I'm live. 134 of you watching. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, batteries are cool. And by the way, guys, so it's like I said in that video, it's cool. We're starting to get batteries. Batteries are becoming available to us, which is cool. Because for how long did we want batteries and we couldn't get them, right? And we couldn't do stuff because they're too expensive. I mean, batteries have been around forever. It's just too expensive. Oh, really? How did I? Oh, come on. Okay, so I closed the window that had your... okay, so I just open up here. Okay, is this where we're at? Yes. Here we are. Sorry, guys. I'm not really that good in computer, even though I spend all day, every day, in the computer. Okay, there we go. There's the two links right there for all of you guys that haven't found it or whatever. What else? What else we got? Battery Guru. Yeah. I really didn't want that. I was fighting that for a long time, guys. Look, I have so many interests, and my main interest is really like, you know, storytelling. I want to make videos. It's so weird. I'm getting so many like job offers building cars and power walls and all this stuff, right? And I'm like, that's not what I want to do. This is the wrong job offer. Offer me a job making videos, on this stuff. I mean, I like this stuff and this is cool. I'm passionate about it, but yeah, I didn't want to be known as the battery guru, but I said, screw it. Let's do this thing. This thing is working. There's so many of you. You guys are just kind of taking over this channel so much that I'm not even gonna post like vlogs here anymore and all of the other stuff. I think I'm gonna start a second channel, and then I'm start doing that in here, right? Because it's I don't want to disappoint you guys. I know most of you guys are like battery, and then I post some video about my dogs or some other thing about lenses or something, and you guys are like, what is this? Where are the battery videos? So, yeah, I'm just gonna do it in another channel, and I'm gonna, once I do it, I'll announce it here, and whoever of you amongst you guys want to support me and go check out that channel, we'll do it that way. This way, it's separated. I know I've been kind of a lot of you guys actually suggested this back last year, and I refused to do that because I thought it was gonna be too much trouble. I just didn't, I just didn't get why it was a good idea. But now I think I'm ready to do that. I'm actually ready to work smarter instead of harder. And a year ago, I was like in this mode where like, no, I'm gonna do this, hit this head on, So right now I'm a little tired. I'm like, I can't do videos every day, and so I gotta work smarter. That's what we gotta do. High drag coefficient on boats. Yep. Looks like Edward James Olmos' son. Yes, I see the resemblance right here, right? These batteries came at a perfect time. A disabled lady got her electric scooter stolen, and we're building her a new one. These cells are going to power that new scooter. All right, Gabriel Ramirez. That's cool. Cool project. Just make sure it doesn't get make sure that BMS doesn't catch fire on her. Why are Tesla Powerwalls so much more expensive than buying the 18650 cells themselves? No, actually, not really. The Powerwall from Tesla are actually a very, very good value. You got to think about it. These cells are old cells, right? These are power cells from like 4 years ago or something. They're brand new. They were never in a hoverboard, right? They're overstocked. They were overbuilt or whatever. But they're old tech, like Tesla's using like stuff state of the art. Like their cells are 3,400 milliamp hours, 35 million, and they're their own, creation. The chemical composition of those batteries are supposed to be, their own, that Panasonic makes for them and stuff. And they package it in a nice little box, and they give you the cooling thing, and then they give you the, the inverter now with the Powerwall 2 or what. So it's an incredible value. It's not actually, they're not overpriced, right? These batteries here are just outrageously cheap, right? Because they were never used, because they, this are probably like $100 cells had you had to buy like for replacement as your hoverboard, right? But because that market crashed, then there's there's more than they know what to do with them, which is good for us because then we get them. And there's more of those. There's more batteries coming. Just believe me, guys. The little ones, individual, not packaged like that. There's a bunch of those coming. And then there's like large format, like 1.5 kilowatt like blocks that we can use for large applications. Those are coming too. So yeah, the battery, the problem of not enough batteries is that's behind us. So it's good times from here on. Now you're gonna just build stuff. Whoever wants it is going to be not gonna be problematic for lack of batteries. I'm using LG HE4 cells in my current bike, and they work great. Yeah, those are great cells. I pull 175 amp out of a 12P configuration. Wow, that's a lot of amperage. of a few cells. But those are power cells, right? And that's what these are. They're considered power cells. They're not the latest. These are the latest, those ones that you have. Wait a minute. Let's see. Bruce Brown. Chris, who's Bruce Brown? I don't know who Bruce Brown is. Hello from Australia, Brendan Bell. Hello. You don't find it unusual that Samsung and LG cells have the same color wrap? They're actually not. They're slightly different. If you compare the two pictures, and a lot of those cells have the same similar color, that same bluish, greenish thing. The Try of the Man's More Battery News. Let's see. Put batteries into your dogs and record it? Yeah. I will follow the dog videos. All right. Well, we're gonna make some. Hello from Norway. I like the variety in this channel. Paul, I'm glad you do. Unfortunately, most of you guys don't. And I can tell that because whenever I upload, see what happens is the problem is that now my audience is split, right? There's like large. Oh, am I still live? This thing froze. So I don't know if I'm still live. Are you guys still there? Oh, there we go. Low bit rate. I froze for a little bit. So as I was saying, my audience is split, and so no matter what kind of video I put, there's a huge amount of you guys that unsubscribe every time I post a video. And so in order to eliminate that, because getting you guys to subscribe is hard work, let me tell you. And so once you guys are here, I've got to do whatever, whatever I can to keep you guys from unsubscribing, right? And so focusing more on what the channel's content looks like, it will eliminate a lot of these, like, what is this, 5 videos and he's not talking about batteries? Or from the other side, oh, what is this, 5 videos in a row talking about batteries? I'm out of here, And I realize this is going to happen. People are going to unsubscribe no matter what. But it's just, I'm some days, there's like 100 of you guys to unsubscribe. So it's hard. That's a lot of, it's a high number to be unsubscribing every time I'm putting videos. Another channel? Yes, another channel. How many of these pack would you need for a power wall? Well, it depends. You can make a power wall any size you want, right? But you have to decide how big of a power wall you want, how much energy you use. If you're gonna power just a small little room, with a computer and a thing, or if you're gonna power a mansion, so you have to figure out what size battery you need, how many kilowatt hours you use per day, and then if you have solar, there's a ton of variables and stuff. But yeah, start with figuring out how much energy you use. All praise the reluctant battery god. Yes, I guess I'm gonna be known as the reluctant battery. I'm like the battery dealer. I'm like, I'm not shady enough to be a dealer, the Samba on Peik's Peak. Oh, more road trip films. Yeah, I want to take road trip films, man. It's like, I don't want to be here. Sailboat. Pro tip, buy a sailboat and travel the world. Oh, man, that's some dedication there, dude. I got a family and a wife and dogs and parents. You got to take care of. Yeah, it's hard. I'm not as young as I was once. Like, just pick up and go. Let's see. I have 31 solar panels on my roof. Oh yeah, by the way, that video, why does everybody keep saying, I thought everyone kept making fun of me for saying roof, and they write like R-U-F, like, I don't know, how do you pronounce that? Roof instead of like roof? I don't know. I'm like, and so then I watched the whole video, which is cringe-worthy because I don't like watching my own videos, right? Once I upload them, I'm like, I don't want to see those things again. And I realized that you guys are not making fun of me. I never said the word roof. Is Michael. Michael Bream said the word roof. And apparently he said it in a weird way. And I don't get it. Maybe and people are saying, oh, it's just a California way of saying roof or whatever. Is that not how you say roof? Am I saying it weird or I don't know. Anyways, he's saying he's got 31 panels on his roof and they're useless at night. Yes. I want to build a power wall to run the house at night. Yeah. That's what batteries are going to be. You charge them during the day, then at night you get to use them. Figure out how much energy you need. Figure out how much energy you burn through on a given night, and then build a battery slightly bigger than that. So if you burn through 20 kilowatt hours, then build 25 kilowatt hours or maybe 40 kilowatt hours, so that if there's a rainy day or whatever, then you can do that, right? High Desert Garden, thank you for the donation. I appreciate the time and effort you put into these videos. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate your all you guys' support here. So that's a Bruce Brown Endless Summer Digester. Oh, Chris, you have a lot of quotes here that I'm not following. What's going on here? I saw that you were working on a Tesla last week. By the way, Chris, I know Chris personally. He's worked with me over there on EV West and stuff, and I follow him on Facebook. Which, by the way, are you guys following me on Facebook? Come on! Follow me on Facebook. I'm lonely over there. No one likes my page. And he's working on a Tesla. Oh, yeah, by the way, guys, I got to ride a Tesla this week for the first time and experience ludicrous, right? And oh my God, let me tell you, it is everything that people tell you. It is crazy. It is insane. Well, it's not insane, right? Because it's ludicrous. Yeah, your adrenaline your body just tells you it's not supposed to feel that amount of G's. Yeah, your body's telling you like there's something wrong. And it was really fun. And we let the car drive itself. We went like 10 miles and we tested it, and it almost kills us at one point. We said it like really aggressive, and we did all these things with this awesome car with Eric, which you guys will meet, and he's a cool guy, and we're going to be working together. We're going to do that big power wall, or actually power pack with him. But once I brought my thing back, I broke the SD card. And I lost all the footage, so now I can't make a video there. I'm really bad at that. And so I guess we're going to have to do the same thing. Diver 201 PAF, thank you for the donation. Looking to design a power pack, 100 kilowatts. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Thanks for sharing your work, Jehu. Yeah. Just stay tuned, because I'm going to show you how to build a 100 kilowatt hour pack. And I don't really know how I'm going to go yet, because if I'm going to, when you start getting in large scale, you're like, well, you shouldn't be messing around with these 48 volt systems, right? That's inefficient. You should be really dealing with like 100 volt systems. And I haven't found, maybe one of you guys know, I haven't found like higher voltage inverters other than the solar inverters, which I'm thinking like, why couldn't we use solar inverters? There's like 100, there's even inverters that will take 1,000 volts, right? So you put all your panels in series until they're like 1,000 volts at the end of the things, and then you plug that into your inverter, and then your inverter just steps that down. And they have huge amount of like variance, because when you have 100 panels in series, when a cloud goes by, the variance in the voltage is huge, so they can handle variances of voltages. So I'm thinking, like, why can't you just connect a battery on the other side of those cables? Like what? Like the inverter doesn't know, where the electrons are coming from. All it just wants to see a voltage, and whatever amount of power you're gonna feed it through it. And so those are kind of the things that I'm going to be exploring now, because I'm going to make that industrial size power wall. How many batteries do you own, Mr. Garcia? Oof, I don't know. Too many. I have 48 kilowatts and kilowatt hours on my bus. I have another 4 kilowatt hours on my wall here. And then I have countless boxes of batteries everywhere, stuffed in all kinds of other places. I have a little smart car in my garage. That is a project that I break the car, and now I have to wait till we can get that car working. But that's another 18 kilowatt hours there. Yeah, there's just batteries everywhere. But it's never enough. I want more batteries. Let's see. I have, what am I? Live, still live? Yes. Oh, that's one. Oh man, I stayed behind. Let's see here. Minimal 100 amp hours for one night and a bit. 1,000 amp hours? 1 kilowatt. Okay, so 1 kilowatt. Well, this is amp hours. Oh, I see. I wonder why you're reading it that way. Oh, because you have batteries. That they're 1,000 amps and you go through them. What voltage? See, that's the problem with reading things in amp hours, because they vary. 1,000 amps at 1 volt is not the same amount of energy as 1,000 amp hours, at 1,000 volts, right? So that's why you usually figure out in watt hours, because then that includes all of that's a unit of energy, where the other one is a unit of capacity for a given battery, right? So yeah, I don't know what it is on in the voltage there. So I guess some people don't like Facebook. Yeah, you're right. Facebook is not that good or whatever. No Facebook account. Facebook is run by criminals. Wow. IG is greater than Facebook. I do have an IG account too. As you know, my aim is here is to build my audience, right? And so of course I'm on all the platforms. But I actually agree with you guys. Facebook is the least it's my least favorite of the social media platforms. And the reason why primarily I don't like it is because fundamentally it's wrong. You have to pay to do anything there, which is basically they're like, hey, give us money. You want your friends to see your posts? Give me some money, right? Where YouTube is completely different, right? It's like, oh, you got good content? We'll let your friends see it. If the better the content it is, then the more of your friends will push it through. And so that's actually pretty good. That's why I don't like Facebook or whatever. Eric, no, not, oh, Eric, he breaks Fiat rear axles. Yes. Oh, so if you guys saw that video where Eric broke that Fiat rear axle, Chris was the one that was standing there and he said like, oh, something broke. So yeah, he knows what he's talking about. I guess he fixed it, right? And that one's going around or whatever. Peter's going to beat you, Jehu. He got 40 kilowatt already. You're way too slow, Jehu. Well, yeah, right until I make the it could be up to 500 kilowatt hours. First we settled on 300, but then I think he later's like, no, this has got to be like 500 kilowatt hours. He's gonna try and run a factory with this battery, so I'm gonna build that, right? And so I didn't. He offered 100 kilowatt hours here, so I can make a power wall here at home. But I was like, nah, why do I need that? I don't need that right now. Like here, let's just go big. Let's do your thing or whatever. And so I don't know. Eventually, I think we'll do something cool for here. But yeah, starting next week, I might actually start doing that huge battery. It's not even a power wall. It's power pack. Let's combine expertise with batteries and experience with AC motor controllers. Look up 200 kilowatt AC motor controller. 200 kilowatt, huh? That's pretty good. I'm late. Who won? Actually, yes, let's do the giveaway before I forget and then I end up this session. Look, it's 40 minutes into it. Yes, let's do it. So I have preloaded all the comments of that one video. Oh, how am I going to do this? You guys are not going to be able to see it. You guys are not going to be able to see. Okay, here we go. Maybe like this. Can you guys see there? Is that? You're not. You guys are just gonna have to trust me, because. Okay, so I have 2 batteries, right? I have 2 boxes of batteries, and I thought about this. I'm like, oh, I really didn't specify if you're gonna get the 200 or 2 people get 100. Which, by the way, maybe we could discuss this before I do the thing. You guys have shown up, so you guys get to tell me. Should I pick 1 winner for 2 with 200 cells, or 2 winners 100 cells each? What do you guys say? Pick me. Well, yeah, definitely. We'll pick you, but 1 winner or 2 winners? What do we want? Oh, you need to get your house off-grid, Jehu. That's the real test. Yeah, you're right. It's just this is not my house, so I can't really like install crazy things on this house. I need to buy my house, my own house, and then I can do it the way I want to do it, right? 2 winners, 1 for 200. Okay, so then 20 winners, 100 cells each. 200 winners. Come on, 2. Pick no winners. 1 winner, 2 winners, 2 winners, 2 winners, 2. Pick 1, 2. Can't do much with 100 cells. 2 winners. You all right? You can do stuff with the 100 cells. We're talking about 1 with 200 cells, but 2, or 4. 2 winners. Share the winnings. 1. Hey, wait a minute. That's the same you guys saying 1. Can't cheat there. I'm getting it. Okay, well, see, it's the bunch of you guys saying the same thing. Dude, yeah, I don't know. I think 2 winners is winning. I'm renting. I got my solar panels on seesaw tracking the sun. Yeah, no, definitely it can be done. But are you in California? Are you in the police state? No, to the world is California, Southern California. I want a single cell. Oh, come on, that's easy, really? But have a Los Angeles address. I can do a bunch with 100. I can do a bunch with 100. See, people do a bunch of things with 200 cells. Wait, with 100 cells. Yeah, 100 cells. Even though I didn't enter. Come on, James Torres. Well, how come you didn't enter? You just have to comment on that video. Suéltalo ya. Okay, I'm gonna pick 2 winners. 100 cells each. Let's spread the wealth, and there will be more batteries, guys. I will give more battery giveaways, and hopefully next time it's gonna be more sizable. This were just. So randomly pick a winner. Pick the most recent comment. No popularity contest here. Boom. Okay, you see that right there? Oh, you don't. Well, maybe right there. It says Roberto Yupe. 1 comment, 0 likes. He didn't like the video. It doesn't matter. All you have to do is 1. I mean, I'm not going to be like super strict here. Okay, Roberto Yupe. I should probably take a screen cap of that because I'm not going to remember. Winner number 1. Let's do another winner. Peik, Weiland. I'd love to win those batteries because I could make a battery pack for my e-bike out of them. Great video. There are e-bike hub motors that have integrated transmission. All right, Peik, Weiland. Are you here? Hopefully both of you guys are here tonight, and it would be awesome. Let's see. What do the other guys say? I would be able to use those batteries for my trolling motor. Oh, great. Like, see, both of these guys were actually interested in the batteries. Because I went and kind of went through the comments on that video. And sometimes people are just commenting about other stuff, right? So I'm actually glad that both of those guys are actually interested in the cells. They know what they are. They know what they want to do with them or whatever. So, are you guys here? Any of you guys? Any of the winners? Peik? What was it? Roberto Yupe? Are you in the house, Roberto Yupe? Or Peik Weiland? What's up, guy? What's up? What's up? You're bored? I'm busy. What are we saying here? Okay, 100 is great. Spoke to Tom. He's a good dude. Good deal on those posts. Oh, Tom, yeah, the guy from the batteries. The singer. They're not here. They're not here. Well, I mean, it wasn't a requirement, you know? I wonder what... So the weird thing about this is that a lot of times you'll try to, like, you know, reach out to the people who want, and it's like it's some obscure account that they've made and they have no way of contacting them. You'd have to go to the, like, sometimes you can't even comment or message people on their channels, right? They remove that from their thing, and so it's really hard. You're like, oh, that's not a real thing. And so in the past, when I've had like more high profile giveaways, you kind of have to do that before and record it and then like make sure that you get a real winner, because sometimes it's just really hard and you're like, but it seems like this case, they were, you know, they're real guys and they were looking forward to the battery. So those are the winners. If you guys participated, thank you very much. There will be more batteries in the future. And so, yeah. And we're going to be building a whole lot more projects with these batteries. On Monday, I'm going to help that guy Eric. He's gonna he's gonna compete against all kinds of like factory EVs, right? He created a car, a DIY vehicle, and it has like 400 miles of range, right? And so we're gonna put it to the test and put it up against a Tesla and put it up against, and he tried this already. I don't know, many of you probably have seen the video, and it won, but it actually didn't complete the full range, right? And so this is gonna be the second round. Hopefully it's going to go over 400 miles. And it's crazy because this is, you know, those are all recycled stuff, right? So recycled batteries, recycled car, you know, and so it's good stuff that it's just kind of to prove that just because it's not new doesn't mean it is not valuable anymore, right? And so, yeah, I mean, if it can beat a Tesla, why, right? It's... And most of our cells now are actually like that. Even in the EV West, like with the Tesla modules, those are recycled cells, right? They were in the car, taken off, put another one. So it's just that narrative we're trying to push, you know, that these batteries have value for long after they're made. And so, you know, it's like you think about all those cars that were crushed, and it's just a shame, and it's really bad for the environment. It's really bad for business because those still have value and stuff. And so as you guys will get to see more, I'm gonna make some videos with this guy. You'll see that that is thing, you know. He's trying to reuse, repurpose stuff, you know, all kinds of stuff, because it shouldn't land on landfills, and it shouldn't land on crushers, because it's just a wasteful thing. And the two backup winners from tonight are Jehu, is there any other issues with Sama, or is there any other problems, or is she all good now? No, I used my bus. Actually, you know what? I was trying to do a test on the batteries to see how balanced they are, because as I explained well, you guys haven't seen the video because I haven't made it, but they're really not bottom balance, right? They're top balance because I just threw them there. It's the easiest thing to do, just to top balance. But it's some batteries are like been there for 3 years and some have been there for 3 months. So there's half of the pack that I just put there. I don't know how well balanced they are to each other. I don't know if some have like a lot more degradation than the other ones. There's probably not gonna be a lot because, as you guys know, these batteries don't degrade that much. But it's possible that there could be some, right? And so I wanted to test them just to see how far it will go. I don't know. I think I have like 160 mile range or so, 170, I think. Right? It's 48 kilowatt hours, which means it went up 4 kilowatt hours from what I used to have. And I once got 160 miles on the 44 kilowatt hours that I used to have. So I should have more than that. But the bus is running better now, so I tend to go faster, which burns more energy. So I just want to really find out, and that's what I've been trying to do. Except here's the problem: it's really hard to drain your giant battery. You have to just get on the road and just go, and then you kind of have to come back. You're trying to like work it out so that when it runs out of battery, you're like down the street or in your driveway. You don't want to be far away. So it's really hard. And then I was almost there yesterday, and then this morning I had to take my parents to the doctor, and it's really close here, right? But I was like, oh, it's really gonna suck if I run out of juice just going there. So then I charged the bus for like an hour today. So now I have to burn all that energy. I'm like really towards the bottom. Like I'm within like 100. This morning when I charged it, it was up to 100 amp hours. And so 100 amp hours should be about 30 miles, right? And so I just need to waste that much energy and then measure all the packs, see where the cells are at, with my little things. Because it's just interesting. I want to see where they're at. Like, here's how crazy and confident I am on these cells. Like, I haven't checked them. I don't check them all the time. Like, you check them once, you check them again, and then after a while, you're like, oh, I know where they're at. Like, I'm not gonna. So it's without a BMS. And so, yes, at the very top, I did check them last week, and there were some surprises. They weren't perfect, but as you guys will see, it's a good. You guys would do. I mean, I don't know what kind of chance is that. Like, if some cells are slightly out of balance, what do? Well, you charge them a discharger, right, to balance it or whatever. But no, I think it'll be interesting to see how far they're off at the bottom, because if they're all top balance, then at the bottom, well, how much variance there's. And I expect to see more than at the top. But what if it's not? I mean, I don't know. Will I be surprised if there's not? No, I mean, these batteries are really good. I feel like no one believes me when I say that, right? But they are. I mean, we've been using them now for years. And these are, by the way, 7+ year old cells, right? And so that is the crazy thing that we're seeing. And so that's what's happening with the Samba. The Samba works. It's got kinks here and there. Doesn't, it's leaking oil still from that transmission. I don't know. I have to get down there and see where from. But it's gonna be good. Oh, look, e-biker. I have tested over 1,000 1850 cells. Samsung 26C cells turn out to be the best use cells. Really? Samsung 26C. So those are not the ones he's selling. I think he's selling they're 22F. Is that what they are? Or 22E? Which ones are? I don't know. Whoever bought the Samsung cells that Tom is selling, do you remember what they are? What number they are? Can we get the eBay seller to ship 10S to P to Europe? Yeah, I don't. Again, like I was explaining, I think it's really complicated to do that. It's really expensive. Okay, so I did. Someone asked me the last couple of days if I would look into shipping something like batteries for him, and he lived in Latvia, and so I went and just quickly put his address in the UPS thing, and it was for a 20-pound box, 12 by 12 by 12, right? A little box like this. It was like over $500. It was almost $600. So it's really, really expensive. And then not only that, but there's a lot of requirements if you're shipping, because if you're shipping to Europe via air, then you can't really ship these batteries. Like they have to, I don't think you can. I think they have to go through like sea or something. So it's complicated, and I think that's why he doesn't want to get into it. And so that's why I said, like, we need to find someone in Europe that is willing to, receive 2 pallets of batteries, and then they can sell them there or or ship them there. It's like we need to figure someone based in Europe, because then we can go through all the trouble of shipping something the right way so you don't get in trouble and the batteries don't get lost. But only once, if it's like 2 pallets or something, some big shipping. And he has enough batteries, I think, and there's plenty of you guys that are interested. I know it's hard because you guys just want, I just want, 30 little batteries, or, 30 packs or 20 packs or 10 packs or whatever. And so we need to find someone that can step up and do that. I think if you are here and you're listening to this and you're willing to do that, hit me up, because I can, we can orchestrate this thing so that everybody in Europe can get some of these deals. These are good batteries, and yeah, it sucks that you guys don't have these down there. Out there in Europe. Have you seen the 25 kilowatt Bosch DCFC? No, what is that? I saw a flyer on it from the Chevy Volt Facebook group, but can't seem to find any other info. No, I'm not really aware what that is. James Torres, I'm here, Jehu. I won. I'll PM my shipping address. I can also pick them up. Really? James Torres. Wait, but James Torres, you weren't one of the winners. That's so funny. I see what you're doing, James. I see what you're doing. What's going on, boy? Stop. 200-mile range, isn't that like 60 kilowatt hour? Well, that depends on the car. According to that test that they did, that new Chevy Bolt with the B, now that got 272 miles, I think, on 60 kilowatt hours. So that little car is pretty cool. It beat the Tesla Model S, 90p. And so I wanted to do a video about that too, because I actually I didn't record it. I actually test drove that car. They came here to the house, and then we went around for like an hour drive test. But once I pull up my camera, they're like, "Oh no, you can't record." And so I was like, "You can't record? What do you mean?" And she's like, "No, you can't." And what are you supposed to do, right? When it tells it, well, you record anyways. You just don't tell her you're recording. And so I did, but I haven't edited the video, because it's all weird angles, and it's just long conversations, with the camera facing down to the floor or whatever. But I think the story is actually pretty cool, because that car is doing some amazing stuff, right? It's like going on like 200. I think it's averaging like 215 watt hours per mile, which is really, really low. And I think is what we're gonna start seeing from small cars with large battery packs. Because think about the Model S. It's got huge battery pack, right? And it's really efficient, but it's a 6,000 pound beast. And so, imagine take away like 2,000 pounds. What will it do with 2,000 pounds less, right? And that's exactly what these little cars are. They're almost getting there in the battery size. It's just they're not massive cars, and so yeah, they're starting to see. Imagine the day we get to 150, 200 watt hours per mile. Like, I think that is going to happen. Like, the systems are getting more and more efficient, and as batteries are getting smaller and smaller, lighter, and bigger, in capacities, that is going to be a real thing. 50 kilowatt hour ish on a light car, that is very possible today, and that is yeah, that's 300 miles right there. You just changed your name and joined us now. No, that's not even the name. That's not one of the names that I picked, Ross. I own a 2012 Leaf 2. What's up? I'm from the UK. Great videos are inspiring me to build my first EV. Good. We need more DIY EVs. Trump needs to free California from the Nazis. Yeah. By the way, how does the BMS work? Like, how does it charge them? You apply 42 volts to the power leads? You know, no one really knows how BMSs work. Now, yeah, it's just a, I mean, the way it's supposed to work is just a switch, and it controls what comes in and what comes out. And then it reads voltages at all the times of the batteries, and when some hit the top, then it stops or throttles in. No, is it throttle in? Or yeah, I think it stops sometimes, and then it'll burn energy from the cells that are too high. That's what it's supposed to do, right? Except that there's on this BMS, there's no feedback, so you never know what it's doing, and you're just, you know, you just have to trust that it's doing its job, right? And so whenever it doesn't do its job, then, you know, batteries die, or in a good day, batteries die. In a bad day, they catch fire. And that's exactly what was happening to these hoverboards. They were catching fire so much that they were banned from most of the selling channels. Like Amazon wouldn't ship them and wouldn't allow anyone to sell them and ship them there. Shipping companies wouldn't ship them. You can put them in airplanes. So basically that's what killed that whole thing. And it was thanks, I think, to the BMS. It wasn't like faulty I mean, I don't know, maybe it was possible that it was faulty batteries. There was a ton of these manufacturers. There was from really expensive ones to really cheap ones. I doubt very much the really cheap ones were using quality cells. It could have been the cells. It could have been an overreaction. But at the very least, what we know is that these are quality cells that are available to us right now. And hopefully they picked a quality BMS board that is not going to kill the cells or make them catch fire, right? But I think we need to test them. I mean, that's the only way to find out, right? The other thing is that they're here in the States, which means they weren't manufactured, they weren't assembled in China. Because if they had, then the overstock would have been processed in China. Would have, you know, Chinese people would have taken them apart and then put them in other products and stuff. Because a lot of that stuff is happening. There's a lot of this reusing. That's what all these 18650s on eBay are. You know, a lot. I get this question every day. You know, multiple times a day. What about all these cells on eBay? You know, these yellow ones. You know, they're like 5,000 milliamp. All those are what we call rewraps. They're cells that either have been already used, and you hope that they're tested and they're good, and then they just slap a new cover, a new wrap, and they have like a brand or whatever, some off brand or whatever. And so if they were honest, if all people were honest, then you would get some cool used cells, but they're not. Sometimes they sell them for 5,000 milliamp hours. Like, so that's your first sign that it's not a trustworthy source of cells, right? If it has some outrageous claim like a 5,000, anything above 3,500 milliamp hours is dishonest, because there's obviously there's no cells that are above that. No, if it's less, even if it says 2,500 milliamp hours, right? So there's a 50-50, but because we don't trust the Chinese manufacturers, rewrap manufacturers, right? So that's why I don't recommend them, because it's a gamble. So 50-50 chance you're gonna get something that's okay, and you know, versus something that is just horrible. But it's never good, I don't think. And so that's why I don't recommend getting any of the rewraps. And that's the same thing. Someone suggested today, why don't you just get them from Radio Shack? Radio Shack is selling some cells, 18650s, 26650s. Walmart selling some 18650s and stuff. And at a first glance, it looks like they're re-wrap jobs. And so again, you're like, oh, well, you know, what are the odds that they're going to be good and stuff? I could be wrong. There could be a small shop in China that is making cells and just some obscure brand, but they might be good, you know. But we just don't know. So that's why I don't recommend them. I only recommend trusted brand names, even if they're old, even if they're salvaged from a dead laptop battery. It's better because at least you start with something you know. BMS battery might smoke. My daily has 7 kilowatt. Wow. With these new battery prices, what's a rough estimate converting a 71 VW bus to EV? My frame is fiberglass, so it's 800 pounds. Lighter than the average VW bus, hoping 200 plus mile range. Wait, you have a 71 VW bus and it's made out of fiberglass? Well, that's weird. Send me some pictures, man. That sounds like a cool thing. Anyways, 200 miles. I mean, you probably can get that with what am I? So it's not really about the weight. At least not on those cars. On newer modern cars, it is weight plays a bigger issue. But on these big, blocky, boxy cars, it's not really about the weight. It's more about the shape. And so, like, anything above 45 miles an hour, you're just wasting energy like crazy. The drag coefficient just goes to hell, right? And so, I'd say to get 200 miles on a 71 VW bus, a bay window, right? 71. I'd say you probably need like 60 kilowatt hours. 60, yeah, probably with 60 kilowatt hours. With these batteries right now, the ones that are selling, you can buy 75 kilowatt hours for about 10 grand. So they're about the same as the Tesla Model S batteries, right? So I don't know, the thing is with the Tesla Model S batteries is they're more degraded than we expected, which is weird because on the car it doesn't seem like they are, but once we get them and we take out the packs, they just don't seem to be performing as good. I had 2 that I got here and I tested them. They tested like 2,700 milliamp hours. Like, these are supposed to be 3,400 milliamp hours, and well, yeah, they come from a salvage car. It was crashed or whatever. I don't know how many miles it had, but yeah, they're really degraded. I don't know why. I asked the guy that sent them to me, and he said he tested his, and they were all good, 3,400 milliamps. So I don't know, and that's why I didn't make a video. I was like, oh well, it's like I don't want to kill his little cells. Maybe it is the ones that he sent me. Maybe on purpose he sent me 2 that were really low. I don't know, but they didn't really perform, right? And so, yeah, I think that's what would cost now, about 10 grand worth of batteries to get 200 miles on your bus. Probably about another 10 grand, 5 grand, I think, to get a motor, and another 5 grand to get all the odds and ends here. So you're still looking at about $20,000 worth of parts if you want to do it right. If you just, you just want to throw something that kind of goes, you probably can do less than that if you don't want like properly sized motor for performance or whatever. Let's see. I have a 71 camper I want to convert to. Yeah, about 20K, I think. It's a good. I know EV West, I think is trying to get to the sub 10,000, right? Conversion, and we're almost there, but to get like over 200 miles, that's a thing, 200 miles on a Bug, it's easier, you just You just get like 10 of these modules and put them there. What do we do? Well, we did 16. No, we did 12 on the Gia, and that one gets about 160 miles. But also, he's really conservative on how low you can go on the cell. So I think he stops like at 3.5 volts for cell or something. So I think there's still like 20% left on those batteries. So I think 12 modules could actually give you 100, 200 miles, I think, right? But again, because they're top balance, because we're not really bottom balancing these cells, you shouldn't go all the way to the bottom, right? But if you were to bottom balance it, then you could. It's just for some reason we're not doing it because, and we haven't tried it, so we haven't really killed any of those modules. But I know that they're off at the bottom. We will kill them. So yeah, save the 81 postal commuter van. Save. I don't understand that. Which van is that? The postal commuter van. Sam Lewis has already done classic Chevy pickup. Yeah. Would the Samba setup from EV West side work on a 1950 Chevy pickup? Well, no. Well, let me see. What's specialized on that? I don't know. I have to look at what the kit has, but probably not. The boxes are different or whatever to put the batteries, and I mean it's the same motor, and it's just a different adapter thing. This is my dog. Did he just fart? These dogs are farting. Radio Shack has 18650 batteries, but they're expensive. Yes. Batteries are expensive. Probably, I think that ones on Walmart weren't that, but they're still expensive. They're like $3-4 a sell, right? That's still too expensive if you're gonna. It's good if you're buying one or two, not if you're buying 1 or 2,000. So let's see here. The charger is called the Bosch DC Power Plus. It's supposed to be 24 kilowatts. And it runs on 100 amp split phase. It would be cool to see this at a decent price. 100 amp split phase. So 240, not three phase, right? 24, I don't know, 24. So yeah, 100 amp would be 24. So 50 amps at 220 volts is 11. So 100 amps, yeah, it's like 22 kilowatts, I think. Wow, yeah, that's a huge charge. I mean, there's nothing to that. So is this for a J1772 cars? No, but no, you can't. That's just fitting. Is that like a DC fast charging thing? That's the only way you could do it, because see, like what really throttles and dictates how fast your car is going to charge is the onboard charger, right? So you feed the AC to the car, and yeah, the wall can deliver 24 kilowatts, right? But then you have to have the charger capable of converting the AC, 24 kilowatts of AC into 24 kilowatts of DC into your battery. And so that's not that hard. I have a 5 kilowatt charger on my bus. All I'd have to do is, get another 3 of those chargers, and I would have a 20 kilowatt charge thing, capability on my bus. I would have to get a special plug, right? Because I mean, there's really no plug that can handle. The biggest plug that you can get on the AC side for a wall is the NEMA 1450. That's the big RV park plugs, and those are only rated for 11 kilowatts, right? Because it's 50 amps, 220. So yeah, I wonder what this thing is. So it is a DC power. Okay, so it's DC, so that means it goes directly into the battery pack. That's not hard. All you have to do is, essentially what they're doing is they're getting, like the 4 of my chargers, putting them outside of the car, and then getting the DC cables connecting straight to the battery. They're removing the charger from the car, right? Because it's a big, 24 kilowatt charger. Yeah, I mean, that's possible. That's not that weird. I don't know for what car would those work at. Let me see. Are you? Yeah, it's not hard though. Fast charging is not hard, especially if you have a car that has DC inputs, because basically those are just through a set of contactors. They're posts right to the battery, right? And so you can put a big charger there. Of course, you have to do the logic. You have to do the thing, right? Do the handshake and all this other stuff. Let me see. Can I get the other? It's weird, like having this screen. I'm gonna change the screen. Super chat, live chat. Let's see. That was my dog. He farted again. He's farting up a storm over there. How do I get where I see more what's going on here? Let's see. This is the live. Live 150? Why is it saying 150? Did this thing quit and then whoa. Can we put more batteries on a Nissan Leaf? Let me know, please. Yes and no. Yes, you could put more batteries, but it's not that easy because it's got a computer. The car has a computer, and it doesn't want to let you put more batteries. So you have to beat the computer into submission, either by hacking its code or by some other way of trickery. So it is a little bit complicated, but it's totally possible. It's doable. It's just batteries. Come on. I'm not gonna get defeated by this thing. I'm trying to find another way to look at this thing. Public view. Oh, should I play it here? So it is a little bit complicated, but it's... Oh, look at that. I'm watching myself back. Okay, but how do I... There used to be another view where I can see myself, and then I would see all of your comments and stuff, but I can't find the way. It's, I've only done this like 20 times. So... Oh, look at that. It's only showing me... Okay, how about this one? Oh, there we go. No, I still couldn't find it, but anyways, I guess I'll just keep... It's just weird. I just see some blank screen, which is comments going back and forth. Sometimes you see what the video is looking like, and then the comments on the side. That's what I'm... Can we talk more about power walls? If you've hired a boatload of engineers, you can add batteries to any vehicle. Yeah, basically. That's what it would take. Open source ECU for Leaf would be a cool thing. Yes, that would be a cool thing. I want to make a power wall which will charge and supply power during the day and supply power during the night. So how long will the 18650s last? Depends how hard you run your batteries. Depends how big your battery's made. The bigger the battery is, the more headroom it has, the easier the batteries are gonna work, and so the longer they're going to last. Right? So if you make a battery pack that is gonna cycle once every day, it's not gonna last the same as if you make a pack twice as big so that it cycles once every 2 days, right? Obviously, it's gonna last twice as long. And so yeah, it depends. There's a bunch of variables, but they can last a long time if you use the batteries correctly, if you keep them cool, if you don't abuse them, if you don't ask too much of them. They will last forever. I mean, they'll give you thousands of cycles. Let's see here. Have you tested the batteries from eBay? Which ones? The ones that I just gave away today? I actually did a capacity test, and I have one in the bench, and I was gonna do a power test to see how many amps it will give on a dead short, right? But no, I haven't done it. I was gonna do that, and then now I just give them away. So I don't know. Yeah, I was supposed to do that on today's video, but I was so busy talking to a bunch of people about their batteries and stuff that I didn't get a chance to do that. This live? Yes, this is live. You need to be asleep, but you like this shop talk. What car has the farthest range? Well, it depends. Production vehicle, I think it's a Tesla, right? I think all the other cars that have over 100 kilowatt hour battery packs are not real yet. I think they're just like, I think they're pre-production or whatever. So yeah, I think those are it. And then there's the DIY. There's some guy that did 800 miles on a single charge in Japan, but he was only doing 25 miles an hour. So that was, I think that's the record as of today. Greetings from Italy. Jay, I liked your channel. Have you already talked about spot welder? How to make one and find a cheap one? No, I haven't. We like to use thin like fuse wire on our packs, and I think it's really hard to spot weld those. But I did find a video showing a laser soldering station, which is pretty cool. I want to make a video about that because it just shoots a little laser and it just melts the lead, and like that, it's just melted and then it's done. And it's like, it's a cool thing. I do know that Tesla use sonic welding to attach those little fuse cables or fuse wires to the batteries, right? And so, I mean, I know it's possible, and I know it's there, but I think specialized equipment, yeah, it'd be cool to experiment with that. I think, yeah, to get some of those and start playing around. Some recyclers here in California, Central Valley, require a license to collect or buy from them. Shh, hey, stop barking. Oh, these guys. The batteries, everyone's freaking out. Oh, come on. Stop. Sit here. No barking. 800 miles. Yeah. Would you please make videos like this in Spanish? I would, except that I don't have enough time to make videos like this in English. So I think I'm gonna have to find someone that is willing to dub my videos in Spanish. Anyone out there that speaks both languages that is willing to translate my videos? I mean, I'm fluently in both English and Spanish. I just don't have enough time to make videos, right? And as of, I think it's starting to turn, right? The tide's starting to turn where maybe I will be able to make enough money to make these full time. But as of right now, I haven't, right? So I'm working a very limited amount of time. And so I haven't been able, I mean, that's down in the priority list, you know what I mean? Like, lots of YouTube videos of modified microwave transformers used to make battery spot welder. Yeah, spot welders I don't think are very hard to make, right? All you need is like a 12-volt battery and a relay. Like I've seen literally, someone put a pack with the 12-volt battery and a little relay and a thing, and that's enough to spot weld the things. I did not find any in eBay or Indian sites at a reasonable price. I wonder what you're talking about there. When you're tired of your Volt, I actually don't own my Volt. It's a lease vehicle, so in 3 years, 2.5 years, 2 years, we're gonna be returning that, and hopefully, I don't know what we're gonna get. We didn't order a Model 3, so we're probably not gonna get that. It's probably gonna be sold out for a long time. That's all right. Well, I'll let you guys work out all the kinks. You need a haircut. I do need a haircut. Thank you, Crystal, for that. That's my wife. She's reminding me. Have you ever disassembled a Nissan Leaf battery? I haven't, but I've played with the modules. Yeah, it's interesting, but they're kind of big, and that battery hasn't done so well. I think now it's okay, but I want to see someone puncture a Leaf module. Yeah. Have motors for e-bikes. Hey, yo soy un productor. Oh, well, I don't need a producer. I need a transducer. No, a translator. Necesito un traductor. All right, guys. 10:28. Thank you for spending some time with me. Thank you for these guys, the winners, and everyone who entered the contest for the batteries. I will have probably more battery giveaways soon, since we're getting a bunch of these batteries. Yeah, and I will have a lot more info as soon as I get some of these batteries in here and how to use them, testing that BMS board. I don't know. I don't have, very much confidence on it. But we'll try to find out what's the best way to use these batteries with the least amount of work, right? But that's the challenge here. All right. So thank you for coming in and spending some time here. Thank you to all my patrons for supporting me there, and thank you for all you guys for all your likes and your views. It really helps me out, and it helps the channel, right? The channel is growing, and this is all thanks to you guys. And things look bright. All right, so thank you for that. I will see you guys in the next video. Good night. All right, let's turn it off.